A single book can change your life. A single idea that you've got from a book of 200 pages can change your life. In today's video, we are going to see what you miss or the advantages that are there, many of them, when you read a book. You know, you might be that guy that is saying that I hate reading. I last read a book when I was still in school. These are the advantages, the many good things that you are missing because you are not reading. You are not enthusiastic to start reading. I'm not saying that you have to have an original copy like this, okay? Because strategically, there are many ways now how you can read, as long as you are having the intention of getting something that you are reading. I will start by asking that, do you have some problem that you are passing through? The answer for many times to all of us that it's yes. So if you are having those many problems that you are passing through, are you interested in getting a solution? The answer might be that yes. So the solution is in these books that you are ignoring. I'm talking about transformational books. I'm talking about solution-oriented books. I'm talking about phenomenal books, because there are many books on the market. You know, you can find more than 100 books on Amazon, but you got to be specific on what you are looking for by that time. So let's say that you are having a problem of not having money, right? Then you ask yourself that, how am I going to fix this mind-disturbing issue that I'm having now? It is in the book that you don't want to read. Get a copy of a book. Feed in your mind that my intention is to get a solution, because everything that we are doing every day, it must be giving you something. It must be with a value. Why are you wasting time on things that are not going to give you anything? So focus that I have taken this book and my intention is to get a solution over the problem that I'm having. Okay, fine. It's boring at the start. I agree that it's not easy to focus for many hours when you are reading a book. I'll give you an example. I'm having a book here. It's called Forsaken. Okay, so this book is having more than 200 pages, and if you are to focus to sit down to read this book, it is going to be boring. Fine, I agree, to finish the book, unless strategically you know how to do it. We will see that as per when I go far into this video, how you can strategically finish a book and get what you wanted from it. But I first say that if you are having a problem, sit down, start to ask that, which book that am I going to select to read, understand, assess the solution from this book. Here is the pattern. The pattern is like this. It doesn't mean that because they've told you to read a book, you will just waste your time cramming every word in the book. The intention is to understand something from that book. It doesn't mean that because you've understood something, that is what we call knowledge. You are having knowledge about something. You have to assess things or solution that could have worked for that guy, the author, might not work for you. So when you read and understand his solution, his idea, assess, are they giving you the results that the author talked about? If you are not getting the result, it's okay to throw that knowledge that you've got from that book. Though when you get the solution, after assessing, that is what we call mastery. You will master a solution. After assessing, then you live by it because it's working for you. You've got a strategy on how to make money, right? But you value to get money. Can you throw the strategy and you go back in poverty? The answer is no. So that's one. You read a book, you will get a solution over the problems that are disturbing you. I'm not focusing only on money, health-wise, relationship, emotional management, and many others. As long as you've confirmed that you are having a problem that is disturbing you. Now, you might say that you are not having any problem. Okay, I want to ask you that, are you passionate about something? There is something that you can do for many hours, for many days without getting tired. Okay, fine. How do you feel when you improve your knowledge or your expertise about something that you are passionate about? You will feel good, right? So you are good in what can I bring out? Anything that you're passionate about, okay? When you read more about it, because I'm very sure that there's no way how you can say that what you're passionate about, you are the only one who is passionate about it. There are many other people who enjoyed it and they realized that it's valuable to the society. They wrote about it. So what you need to do is to go and search for that book that is talking about that passion, okay? And you will read it, you understand, as I say, that you get to assess, then get more experience in what you enjoy so that you can enjoy it more. Here is a good one from that passion that you are having. Do you know that there are other people that are also looking for the knowledge, the wisdom over the same passion? Do you know that you can compile, you can write whatever that you have got as you've been reading what you're passionate about, then you bring it to the market for other people to buy it? The way how you went and bought a book that is talking about your passion, also there are other many people that are looking for some wisdom about that passion. Then what you're going to do, write about it, you bring it to the market. That's how we say that the rich do not work for money. They do what they love and they monetize it. So if you've been passionate about something, you took your time to read about it while enjoying. There is a feeling that I'm having. When you read what you are passionate about it, you feel like you are eating the food that you want most. The food that is yummy, right? That's how I feel when I read something that I'm passionate about it. You know me, I'm good in reading about logic. But you can read an article and you feel like it's entering you. You are digesting much of it and you feel happy alone. So when I sit down to write about the same thing, I'll be very, very articulative, okay? Because I'm writing what I've been reading about, what I've understood in my own way. So after that, I'll maybe write a blog. Then you'll face the blog, you read it. I've already monetized it. I need your traffic. I'll get something in pocket. So two good things that you're going to get from reading a book. Either you're going to get a solution over the many problems that you are having, or you are going to increase your knowledge about what you are passionate about. 3, when you read to understand, as in to get the wisdom, you get what we call power. I'm not talking about that physical power, no, as like someone is energetic. It's not what I'm talking about. It might be that way you can get some knowledge on how to stay healthy or how to become powerful physically, which is okay. But what I'm trying to mean in this power is that, okay, let's bring it that you are going to get mind power. Because you've been digesting much from a book, now you are having much in your head. 3 things that are in this power that I'm talking about. Do you know that many people, all of us, we respect someone who is having something in pocket? Why are you hustling every day to get something in pocket? So when you read, you'll get more knowledge, you'll get wisdom on how to increase your earning, or you will get money from reading books. you will increase your power. When you have money, you have power, because it's a tool that we need every day. Power might be when you read, you will increase your social profile. I want you to think about the guy whom you know, that when you describe him, you are describing him in that way. Why are you knowing him? I love that guy. He is good at that. Whenever he is coming out to say something, I have to listen, because he is knowledgeable on what he is talking about from reading. So those are two things from power: money and social profile or status. When you read to understand, you are going to start thinking big. That is the third thing that you're going to get from reading. When you read every day, you are going to start thinking big. You will read about something and you start to think, can this be? Will it work out? Let me try it out. In trying it out, you will start to think about many other things than someone who has been thinking the same way year by year. I know you might be smart, you might be intelligent, but there are many people that are smart, intelligent, with less knowledge. They are thinking the same way. They are smart, fine, but what they rely on to think is less, of which now we get to expel that mindset. Per now, you have to read something. Okay, you will ask me that, where should I start if I'm interested to read a book? It is not going to be easy at the start. You will agree with me when you get a book. It will be boring whenever you are trying to read something. But what you're going to do not read page per page of a book. The way how you are seeing this original copy here, okay? So try to open at the chapters of that book. What are you interested in at that time? Okay? Read that chapter only with an intention to understand what you've been reading about. After understanding, you get to assess what you've understood to confirm whether the idea, that's why I said transformational books, solution-oriented books, phenomenal books. Do not waste your time reading about something that is not going to help you. We are only doing things that are valuable to us. So try to assess what you've been taking time to read about it to confirm whether it's giving you what you expected. So after finishing, or when you feel like you are tired in your mind, stop. Do not force yourself to read, because your focus is to understand. When you get tired in your mind, it will be very hard for you to understand what you've been reading about. But at the start, as I said, it's not going to be easy. You need to build the discipline. You need to force yourself that I have to finish this chapter, so that my mind get accustomed to always read. When you read again and again, like we have been reading more than 7 years, reading books, transformational books that are changing me, that are valuable to me, I can read 2 chapters at the same time when I decide to focus. Oh, things have become very easy of now. Audio books are here and there. Why don't you go on Audible and get a book, or other platforms? Even YouTube, you can get an audiobook. So put that audio while you are doing some other things, but you must be focusing on what you are listening to understand. Do not waste your time at something that you will not understand while you are reading it. There is a great advantage when you get a copy of a book than someone who is listening to the audio, though having an audio of a book is what is very easy, but we get much from reading an original copy of a book. How? When you sit down while reading about something from an original copy, you are building two disciplines at once. The discipline of being patient, doing something that you don't want at the start, because I know it's not going to be easy at the start, so you will not be interested in it, but you are building the discipline of being patient about it. And also another advantage, that you will get an idea to rely on, to think. That's why I'm saying, for a starter, it's better to always have original copies to read about. When you start to master that, what I'm focusing on is not the way how I'm reading, but what am I getting. Like me, if I'm reading an original copy, I focus on what am I going to get from a book. If I get an audio of a book, I'm focusing on what am I going to get in the book. If I find a website or a blog that is talking about what I'm interested in, I focus on what am I going to get from a book. The gist of reading is to widen the way how you are thinking, the way how you are seeing life. Don't be that guy who is saying that I'm smart, I'm intelligent, but what you're relying on to think, it's less. There is a guy whom I value much. He said that those that are reading are slow in thinking. It might be true, because you will take maybe a week to finish a book. But as long as you've got an idea, you've got something to rely on to think. You know, guys, there is much that are hidden in a book. An author like this, if he took his time to write this book, okay, do not think that it just came like that. Maybe he is having a bad experience about life, and he didn't write this book in a single day. So you are lucky that you've got his much time that he took while compiling on the valuable things in a book that you are going to digest. So think about you who has read more than 10 books about the same thing, about a problem. Do you think that you will not get a solution? If you are reading about money, you are having 10 books that are talking about money, do you think you will not be having a solution over poverty? The answer is yes. And you are lucky, because you will be having all the wisdom from different authors on the same topic. Him, he wrote about money, and him, he wrote about money. So you've digested all that wisdom to rely on, to do it in your own way. This is what I'm recommending much. It doesn't mean that because you've read someone's book, you are going to do in the same way he has done it. You heard what I said. You got to fathom or understand in your own way, only to rely to do it in your own way. Because when you decide to do in the same way how the author of the book did it, okay, maybe the time, the geographical area, and the age that you are in, they are not supporting you. So what you need is to rely on to do it in your own way. Before you read something, you are not having any idea to rely on. But now you've read something, you are having some hints on how to look for money as a problem. Reading is not easy, but valuable to you every day. Reading is not easy before you start. Reading is easy when you start reading as a discipline. When you become consistent, you feel like every day, if you've not read something, there is something missing on you. Like me, if I don't read something at least 30 minutes, I feel bad. But let me ask you, you've been reading for 5 years. Where are you putting what you've been reading? Because I said you read, you assess, you've mastered those many strategies that you are using in your day-to-day life. It is not going to be easy. when you are not writing down what you have been reading, because your mind can get full. So you need to write. It's like exploding. It's like I'm keeping what I value somewhere. I've stored them somewhere, right? So read, understand, then after understanding, write. From writing, you can again sell what you've written. That's why people are selling books from there. So for that being said, I request you to watch this video. Also, it might be helpful to you, but reading is everything. Try it out. You will answer the confusions that are in many people's mind, that I don't want to read books. Bye-bye.